it's Naila, and this is Girl What You Reading. And today I want to talk about If He Had Been With Me. So let's do it. So, If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nolan. This book was so good. This was unputdownable good. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put this on my Pangos so you guys can grab it. I did get this copy from the store, of course, but then I decided to read it on Scribd. You guys know how I feel about Scribd. I love it because I was able to take it along with me. So I went ahead and read it on Scribd, even though I have the book. So anybody who picks this book up from my Pango store, it's brand spanking new. I haven't even touched it. So yeah, you guys will be able to get this. This is soft copy, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm not here to sell you on the book, although I am trying to sell you on this book because it is good, y'all. Like, good, okay? It was definitely unputdownable. It's about a girl who, well, is it about a girl or is it more about a friendship? I feel like it's more about a friendship. Okay, so these two people grew up together. Their mothers are best friends. One is a girl, one is a guy. So they grew up together, and as time goes on, they start to drift apart during high school years. But you find out later on in the book that there were some extenuating circumstances that kind of forced them to go their separate ways, which is fine. Because they wound up coming back together and then they're friends again. Yay. But throughout that journey, they date different people. They, go to different cliques. She winds up being with the outcast clique and he winds up being with the popular crew. And yeah, there's just a lot of misunderstandings as to why that happens, even though they've been best friends forever. They live right next door to each other, so they see each other all the time. They come to each other's houses. They call themselves, they call the parents aunties, uncles. Even though there's no blood relation, their parents are just best friends, that type of deal. So they are growing up together, and then, yeah. So he winds up being like her protector and everything. He makes sure that the popular kids don't mess with her as much as, they mess with other kids. And honestly, she was a part of the popular crowd until she decided that she didn't want to try out for cheerleading. And once she decided that she was not going to try out for cheerleading, they kind of kicked her out of the popular crew. And that's kind of how they wound up going there. Separate ways, because he joined the popular crew because he started dating one of the popular girls. He really wasn't part of that crew either, but things happen. So things happen. And you find out that he's died right off at the beginning because she's writing this whole story about how it got to that point to where he died. It's really interesting that she starts off telling you, yes, he's dead. He did die. But this is who my friend was. And if he had been with me, then he wouldn't have died. Which is true. If he had stayed with her, then he wouldn't have died. They were together the night that he wound up dying because he went to go see his girlfriend at the time. And yeah, he got into a car accident. So Yeah, but they tell you that right at the beginning, so I don't feel like I'm giving you a spoiler on that. They tell you in the beginning that he got into a car accident, and if he had been with me, none of this would have happened. But they don't tell you that he was with her right before the car accident, so that's a little bit of a spoiler, but not too much of one because you don't know why he was with her. Anyway, yeah, it's unputdownable. I will give you that. I gave it 4.5 stars because, of course, I didn't like the ending. Now, I really want authors to listen to me on this one, right? Because that is one of the main reasons why I drop the score when I'm rating. It's because the ending, like, it feels like so many authors are so busy worried about the middle of the story that they don't think about, is the beginning boring or is the end like cutting you off before really giving you any finality. Like, I don't know. There's so many unanswered questions at the end of this one that is kind of frustrating. Like, you could have ended this a little bit differently. You know, you could have ended it with some kind of finality, and you didn't. But yeah, there's a lot going on in both of their households. Both of their parents have issues. So, and they grew up with each other. They've done everything together, except after middle school, of course, like most teenage relationships, they drift apart and they're no longer best friends like that, but they still find little times where they are actually friends. So it's just, yeah, her people don't really like his people, so they kind of don't spend as much time together as they did at one point, but they are still friends. That's kind of what that is. But anyway, do I recommend that you grab this book and read it? Yes, I do. This book is good. Get the book. That's all I got to say. Because there's a lot more that I can go into with this. They both wound up in different relationships, and it is what it is. But she does realize, like, you know, she really did love him. And he was her best friend. So, sad. It does have a sad little ending. And I do feel like the author took us on this roller coaster ride so that we could feel the sadness towards the end. Because it definitely takes you there. But again, this book, you need it. You need it. So it did come out in 2019. So I am a little bit late on reviewing it. But again, I just read it. So it is what it is. So yeah. Again, I will have this on Pango Books today. And I will make sure that you guys get that link. I also have the link for Scribd. And I will also have the link for Amazon for you to get it there. Because, of course, I only have one copy. And there's a bunch of you guys out there in YouTube land. So I'll definitely make sure that you have the link for it in Amazon as well. All right. Until next time. Bye.